looked it up. It was 4 matches in 10 days. They now have 2 matches in the next 18. So
yeah,
gets to coach them a little bit here for a little bit. Take on UTEP at home on Friday night at 7:30 in the only match of the week.
So tough weekend result-wise. We lost both games. Friday night against Davis, I actually thought probably deserved to win that game in a lot of ways. Did some things and missed some chances that I think normally we put away. But overall, good learning experience from both games. We have a very young team, as I've mentioned before. So I think to go on the road and play 2 teams in California is always tricky. And a lot of players stepped up and did quite well. And then on Sunday we lost a heartbreaker with 7 seconds left on the clock on an interesting referee call. And actually similar to a game that we lost. Yeah, so the referee called the throw-in, so we have the flip throw. So our entire team kind of went bombing down to go get in the box and then changed his call and didn't let us recover. So we got caught in it, but that's part of it, and that's soccer, and there's nothing illegal about what he did. It was just questionable, I guess is the right way to put it. So a tough way to lose, but a good learning lesson for a young team, and a very, very gritty performance by our group on that day. So I was disappointed with the losses, but actually really pleased with our team, and I think we showed up today and had another great session, and we're just going to keep plugging away. So
that's the sort of decision, that can be sort of demoralizing, especially for a young team.
Yeah.
So what do you tell your group after something like that happens?
2 years ago, we lost to UNLV in the last 6 seconds, something quite similar to that, and it was one of the best learning experiences we had, because all of a sudden you saw last year's team, when the clock went to 10 seconds, they were tuned in and focused. So to me, you don't lose, you learn, and if you don't learn from it, then it is a loss. So I think for these guys, we just have to be very aware of not letting games slip away. But at the time that happened, I think we had 6 freshmen on the field. So if the next 3 years those guys have learned that the hard way, then that's probably the best way to learn it, unfortunately. So.
10 saves for Emily.
Yeah, some unbelievable saves too. Both goalkeepers are man, you should see them train. They're pushing each other, and they're each other's biggest fans, which is unbelievable to train that hard for who the starter is. But I thought in the second overtime, 2 of Emily's saves were world class. I mean, just yeah. One of them, I was going to get my water bottle. It was time to go shake hands, and all of a sudden she appeared from nowhere and saved an upper V shot. So really cool for her to see her hard work paying off, and not just on the field, off the field. She's really kind of stepping up as a leader, which is great to see too. So impressive performance from her.
How are your legs coming off your trip?
They're exhausted. Yeah, today was a little bit heavy. They look like they're playing in sand, but luckily, I mean, we'll take care of their loads and watch what they're doing. And like Frank mentioned, the next 2 weekends are 1-game weekends for us. So we've done that on purpose because it allows us to actually kind of increase fitness and increase our coaching, which is when you get in the Friday, Sunday grind, it's hard to ever run a session because really you're just trying to keep them healthy at that point. So we're really hopeful this next 2 weeks we can refine some things, and that when we get into conference we're going to be sharper than we are right now.
Last year's schedule, trying to get you guys ready for how things are now. I mean, because remember last year.
Yeah, there was one year I don't even think I lived here. I think I just had a suitcase and I clean clothes and went on the road. So it's nice to be home for 3 weeks and really kind of work on things, and they can get focused at school and find a little bit of a rhythm.
How do you decide from game to game who you're going to start?
Yeah, we've made a commitment in preseason to get a lot of minutes for a lot of players, regardless of what the results are. Because if you don't do that, then you can't throw them into a conference game and expect that they're going to perform. So there's been freshmen playing in minutes where normally freshmen don't play, but the only way that you do that is you do it. You get the experience of it. So with EJ and Malia, they're both very worthy of starting, and they've both been very good in games. And I want to give them both minutes, regardless of what the score is in non-conference. So when we get into conference play, I think whoever kind of has a feel for the game or whoever's been training harder will get the start.
San Francisco took, was it 31 shots?
Some of those were.
Yeah.
How did you stop 31 shots?
I might have to review film on that one. I'm not so sure. I think that was a friendly 31. So. Yeah, the game didn't feel that way. I thought that was a great game both ways. And when we've charted it in clip film, I think those numbers are a little little hometown. But that's all right. I mean, that's all part of it. So it's yeah. I mean, I thought that whole game was back and forth, and either team could have won quite a few times, which is, man, those are the games you want to be in. Yeah, they're a really good team, and that's a small turf field, so it was kind of a physical battle for us, which I think we learned a lot more from that than from winning big at home. So now we just have to apply it.
Alicia Garcia obviously is one of those freshmen leading the team in scoring right now. What's it like to have one of the freshmen in this group come in and, first of all, have such an immediate impact and to see how quickly she's kind of acclimated to playing?
Yeah, I've been really impressed with her, and she's Alicia does a lot of things off the field that nobody watches. So she's working on her own. She's up watching videos. And I think it's really paying off for her because she's starting to play the other side of the ball better now. And I thought defensively against San Francisco, she was fantastic, which you don't necessarily think is important for a forward, but she's really committing to playing both sides of it and finding herself in positions where she can score. So I think the sky's the limit for her. She's just going to keep plugging away, and some of our other freshmen have the same potential. So it's just when and how it comes out and how quickly we can help them do that.
How do you kind of do that? How do you work to try and unleash
if
that potential?
If I knew that. I mean, to me, it's just they come and they're in preseason and they're thrown into it, and then they have school, and then all this other stuff starts, and then wherever they come from, they've been playing big minutes. So all of a sudden you're not playing as much as you used to, and how do they react to that? And I think those lessons that you learn when you're a freshman are unbelievably important because they apply to everything. Like if you want something, work for it. If you want to be better at something, apply yourself to it. And sometimes it takes them a little bit longer, and sometimes they come in and they have that naturally. And our job is to help them become strong women that figure out how to have a voice and how to fight for what you want. So.
All right. Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good to see you, Frank. See you later.